my friends, this is Karina from KarinaWisdom.com, back with day 21 of the journey. And today is really about regrouping because I've just successfully completed day 30. Let's just celebrate that right now. Pat on the back is due. Yay! And I've learned a lot. I've grown a lot. I've done a lot. And of course, there are things that I would have done differently. And so tomorrow's episode is going to be focused on the things that I've achieved, how much have I achieved in comparison to my goals, and what are the lessons that I've learned, and also what will I be doing for the next 30 days between day 32 and day 60. What is my focus? And there have been a lot of things going through my mind, like which direction that I'm going to take this, how am I going to grow this blog, and how am I going to generate an income from this blog. So there's a lot to think about, and by tomorrow I should have a pretty much decent outline to share with you. So how am I feeling? Well, I'm feeling a little bit more settled. Yesterday was a really weird and off day. And even though I was feeling weird, off, and a little bit lazy, I still pushed through, and I actually got a lot done, more than I expected that I would have. So, as I mentioned before, today is a time of review and of my performance for the last 30 days, and also to project what's my focus for the next 30 days. So I'm well on my way to building my list with solo ads. So far, I have 58 persons on my list based on this solo ad that I ran. There were 223 clicks that were sent to me by the vendor. 58 of them opted in to my list. And actually, it was 59. But then the 59th person was really abusive and rude, and really, there is no need for that. So I took them off the list. Yeah, it's my list. I don't need to put up with your abuse. So they got voted off the island, pretty much. So now I'm down to 58. I'm okay with 58. I didn't need that 59 person. They were very, very rude. Let's just leave it at that. Moving on. So here's the harsh reality, if you haven't realized it by now, is that you have to sell something to people. Sell something that they want in order to make money. That's just the bottom line. That is the purpose of every single business. You're selling something to make money. When you start your own online business, this is one reality that you have to face. You have to sell something. And that equates to marketing. Although there are some salespersons who are saying that marketing is not really the deal. And I kind of understand that, because marketing really attracts the people, and the salesperson actually closes the deal. However, whenever you're doing your own online business, you're going to have to assume both roles. You have to assume the role of a marketer plus that of a salesperson. Maybe you don't have to pick up the phone and talk to people. However, you have to put messages out there that will allow people to know, like, and trust you, and then want to buy from you. Now, this activity of marketing and selling is the most important arm of your business, and you need to spend 80% of your activity here. And that is pretty much going to be my focus for the next month. Yes, I'm so tempted to still continue to let my website look pretty. Yes, I'm still tempted by getting caught up in the little things that are not directed to generating an income. When I say generating an income, they're not a high ROI activity, meaning a high return on investment activity. And that is something that you're going to have to figure out for yourself, depending on what route you take with your online business. What activity are you going to be involved in? And is this the activity that's going to lead to you generating an income? And really, that's how you should dictate your day, because the whole point of your business, it's supposed to be generating money for you every single day. I know you're like, Karina, what if I don't like selling? I really don't like the idea of selling. And you know what? The word selling has really been given a bad rap. And I have a solution. Are you ready for it? Ready? Okay, here we go. Here's the solution. You are going to have to learn to like it. That's it. I wasn't a fan of it in the beginning. I'm kind of like realizing and warming up to the idea now because there's this book that I'm reading called Ready, Fire, Aim. It's by Michael Matterson. And this man, he invested $150,000 into a business that he grew into a $300 million business over 10 years. And he wrote the book based on his lessons that he learned from growing the business. And he said that he didn't start making crazy income in his business until he made priority one every single day the priority of selling. That is his first piece of advice for anyone that's starting the business. Start selling one time. And I think he gave the perfect example of Samuel Adams. Samuel Adams, I think it was some family member that called him and said, what are you doing? Because, he just started this whole beer company, Sam Adams. Awesome beer, by the way, but I digress. And the person said, what are you doing? He's like, oh, well, I'm buying this new computer system. It's supposed to help the business, da 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 da. And the person was like, well, are you making any money? He's like, no, we're not making any money, but we really need to have this computer system. And that's the thing, right? You get caught up in all the extras that you need to make the business, and the business is not making any money. So the person looked at him and they're like, well, just stop right now. Go out there and start selling your beer. And so he's like, okay, got a briefcase, filled it up with a few bottles of the beer, walked into this bar, and was talking to the bartender. And the bartender was like, well, let me get the manager for you. The manager came in, took one taste of the beer, and ordered 20 cases. And that's when it was impressed on Sam Adams that forget the computer system. You'll figure that out later. The most important thing right now is to start selling. So that was Michael Matterson in Ready, Fire, Aim. How to take your business from $0 to $1 million fast. Start selling today. And somebody asks a question, and what do you do the next day? He's like, well, the next day, figure out how you can sell more. Now, moving on to Grant Cardone, and you have heard me talk about his book, The 10X Rule. I'm almost done reading the book because I think I'm quite focused on finish reading the book right now, so it will influence how I plan and set my goals for the next 60 days. So I'm a little bit more than halfway through speed reading the book, and we'll see how it goes when I'm putting together my plan. And yes, he says, people come to him and say, Grant, you're a multimillionaire. They're like, how did you do it? He's like, find a fast-moving vehicle. And what he means by fast-moving vehicle is find a vehicle where you can generate lots of money fast, like real estate or being a car dealer. But there are other business models that you can use online that can be considered a fast-moving vehicle. And he says, start making lots of income and then invest. And that's his advice. But his thing is sell, sell, sell. He's like, every single person in school should be taught how to sell. And it was Damian John who mentioned about selling. He's like, you are already selling every day. And you're like, how? How am I selling every day? Well, here's the deal. You have to convince the kids to get ready fast so that they're not late for school. How about convincing your child to eat their vegetables? How about convincing your boss why you need to have an extra day off? How about convincing your parents to babysit the kids so you can go out? Those are all forms of selling. They are. However, you're not getting money in exchange. You're getting something else of value in exchange, whether it's time, whether it's just having your way, but you are, in effect, every single day selling. Now, you just have to figure out how you can find a product that is a high converting product, meaning that the market loves the product and it offers high commissions. And you can become an affiliate for that product and figure out how to sell it. But you won't have to do much to figure out how to sell it, because if it's a high converting offer, it already comes with a sales page that's proven that you drop a certain amount of people on it, they will buy. So the other thing that I'm realizing now that I'm reading a lot of these entrepreneur books is visibility. Grant Cardone says one of the problems that businesses have today is obscurity, meaning nobody sees you, nobody knows where you are. And I think that's one of the challenges with me now, because if nobody knows you, nobody knows where you are, you can have a great product, you can have a great offer, you can have a great blog. If nobody knows where to find it, it's useless. So that's why you have to invest in traffic, whether it is paid traffic or you use free traffic strategy. So right now I am using solar ads as a form of traffic. And when you have something, an offer like a product, it takes on average for someone to see 5 through to 7 times before they make the decision to buy. And that's why a lot of people who try solar ad traffic for the first time say it doesn't work, because the traffic comes, they opt in, they see the offer and they don't buy. So they think that they lost their money. But here's the deal. It takes a person 5 through to 7 times to see the offer before they make a decision. So that's why email marketing, those follow-up messages are so important, so that you can weave in showing this product to this person 5 through to 7 times before they make the decision to buy. And honestly, think about it. Yourself personally, if you're going to make an investment to buy something, do you just walk in and buy it, or you think about it first? You give it a little thought and then you do it. Because a lot of time impulse buying doesn't work out too well. And especially if you learned your lesson, you want to give yourself enough time to consider this, feel how it'll feel like before you go and make the decision. So today's message is going to be really quick, and it's a quick question. It's like, which mentality do you have? Do you have the mentality of a victim or a victor? Which one are you? Because let me just put it this way. Victims, they make excuses why they can't. And victors, they make plans why they can. Which side of the fence are you on? I hope you're with me on the victorious side. Because if you're going to be playing victim, making all those excuses why you can't, how can you expect to see an opportunity or a possibility to make it happen when you are focused on finding every single excuse in the book why you can't start your online business today? You will not see possibilities if you're focused on why you can't. If you're focused on why you can, repeatedly asking yourself the question, what are the possibilities of me starting my online business today? What is required for me to start my online business today? You open yourself up to possibilities. You give your brain a job to find the answer for you. Because yes, it might take you asking that question a week before you get it. Before you wake up one morning, you're like, I got this fabulous idea. Let me go for it. And that's what I mean by opening yourself up to the possibilities. So which side of the fence are you on? Are you on the side of being a victim, or are you on the side of being a victor? And I know, just because you are watching this video today, I know that you're on the side of being a victor, that you are looking for all the reasons why you can. My friends, you can click like below on this video, and you can also click subscribe to my channel so that you can get the latest video as soon as it's published. In the description below, you'll see the link to my website, karinawisdom.com. Click it, jump over to my blog, and look up day 31 of the journey, and there you'll see a detailed did sheet, exactly what I did today to move me forward towards my goal. My friends, if you haven't as yet, please, please, please adopt a victor mentality. This is Karina from karinawisdom.com signing off. Boom.